You guys were fucking around as always. That's what we do. Okay, let's see here. What is...
Someone's hitting stands over and over. Is that you hitting the...
Yeah. I'm going to move this roll.
Derek's
that's fine. You don't
playing
have to
double
move it.
bass.
Don't touch it.
Derek's
That's
playing
not
double
relevant.
bass.
There's something that was banged that's not that.
Okay. So here's the deal, y'all. It's kind of a sad day. The coronavirus has killed Mixer, and it's getting eaten up by Facebook.
So is the live stream there now?
I am checking on that right now, actually.
It doesn't seem to be popping up on my Ting Tong, but this is like a really janky tablet. So
I have YouTube's and Twitch up right now. So hello, you guys.
there we go. Now
There's that Call of Duty Warzone.
Now I sees it.
Warzone. Yeah. What is that?
Now you can hear us in it. See?
Hello, you guys. There we go. Yes.
Volume down.
All right.
Let me see
Oh,
my
do we
own
have it all
broadcast.
muted in the audio thing? You got only the line in going?
Only line in going.
Everything else is dropped down?
Yep, everything's dropped.
See?
Perfect, like
now
it's
we're
hot.
pros. We're pros, bro.
Okay. What the hell? Where's my broadcast, please? Hello? Hello, Mixer! Why you gotta die on me, Mixer?
This is our last hurrah. Don't be like this, baby.
Jesus.
Mix double R.
Come on, don't
love
be
you
like
guys.
this, baby.
We'll see you on Twitch.
Come on, baby.
Here,
Don't be like that.
in the chat, you know, pay your regards. Love you guys. Follow us on Twitch or YouTube's. I'll spell it wrong on purpose. So if you want to troll me, do it.
YOOTOOBZ.
Okay, time. Okay. Today we have an exciting show. We are going to look at Sony's ZV-1 vlogging camera. Is this right, Dan?
We are on the YouTubes, okay? This is how you say it now. For the most sanitary presentation, okay?
The most sanitary presentation. Okay, hold on. Let's see what we can do for... I want to show everybody the world. So let's do a 4-way camera. Let's link studio.
Yes.
It's best sexual position.
We show you the world, okay?
Camera. You know, you have 4 different camera angles for, you know, the naughty times in bed, you know.
When we show you the world, you know what I mean? Okay?
Okay.
This is serious showing.
Okay, I show you 4-way shot. Auto transition. Let's do. Oh no, it's auto switching to each camera. hold on. Preview the program. Just stop it.
Yes.
Yeah, so freaking preview the program. Oh, there we are. All of us. Say hello, guys.
Great success!
We got our boy Derek in the house.
What's going on, y'all?
We got DJ Dank up here. You know he's doing the DJ stuff. What the wham?
It's dancing times
Yes.
for this studio today.
We will do lots of Tropska today, okay? We'll do lots of this today. Okay, so what we're doing is Sony EV1. Let's do something that is against the grain here. We will cross the streams. Oh no! Oh no! Now other dimension, open up, okay?
Indeed. I mean, think about it. We've got all of these cameras running right now, so we're able to get multiple perspectives, and that's quite beneficial, you know, in a lot of different situations.
It's true. It's technology orgasm at its best, y'all.
Multicam, multi-stream, multi-gasmic.
Indeed. Everywhere, all of it.
I shoot you, shooting me, shooting him, shooting that guy.
Yes. The shooting. It's fun of the shooting.
It's.
Hey, you know what? Even though my face is kind of like dark in this, it's super focused. You know how I know? Because I can see the auto eye tracking focusing on my eye.
Dude, the ZV-1 is dope. Okay,
ZV-1.
so why ZV-1, Dan?
Z. ZV-1.
Why ZV-1 though? Why did you buy ZV-1, Dan?
Well, it comes down to portability for the capability, okay?
Indeed.
And if you all about that ability, then we're gonna get you some suitability, all right?
Peace.
This is what they call suitable for your ass. And in particular, the reason why is because it's this big. It's the size of a credit card and the thickness of your cell phone, and the pimpness of Ice Cube and Ice Tea blended together.
Whoa, dude, that is pimp.
Crystalline structure.
Yeah. Iced tea.
I want some of that. Okay, you got me on this one. Okay.
So this is the shot that we usually use for me, right? So this is the shot y'all are accustomed to seeing of me. The difference is that instead of my phone down there today, this is a camera that's down there today. So you let me know. You be the judge. Is this a better shot than what the phone was getting? I mean, I can see it and I can say, yeah, it is. So
you can say, whoop,
So
there
tell
it
them a
is.
little bit about the camera. Like, what are the
what?
megapixels?
What are you saying, Dan?
yeah, you know, since I know all the specs, I'll say them all right now. Yeah.
Okay. What was the #1 reason why you bought
It's called
this?
the ZV-1. It's supposed to be a vlogging camera, right? Well,
Google that shit.
I'm not a vlogger. Okay. In fact, I'm not talking into my microphone because obviously I'm not a professional, but I am streaming. And to do some streaming, sometimes you need a camera that can fit into tight spaces and film dark places.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And that's what's happening in here, you know? It's small and dark. That's how I like it. So you can make all the faces you want, right? But that's how it is.
Yeah, that's how I like my porn too.
Small and dark.
Okay? It sounds like a good camera, my man. Like, okay, so what's the lens on this baby?
It has a 24-70.
Yes.
And it's an f1.8
yes
to 2.8.
No way. That is fucking fantastic. Is it Zeiss? Is it Zeiss or is it?
It is Zeiss.
Oh,
the blue.
Oh, Sotrapska. Sotrapska.
The blue Zeiss.
The Z.
Yeah, the blue Zeiss logo is on there. So
okay.
Automatically, if you have that, that just means you're better.
Yeah.
So that's #1.
That's absolutely
It'd
right.
be like a power shot coming out with an L lens for their fucking Canon power shot.
It almost is like that, you know?
And then
because
also,
the thing is that this, in all seriousness, folks, this ZV-1 is kind of a successor to the RX100 series. Most notably, I think the RX100V or 6 or 7. There have been several iterations of the RX100. That's essentially Sony's high-end snapshot camera. And this camera was born out of those cameras. And the interesting thing to me about this camera is that it's lighter and it's got a better processing power than any of those RX100s ever had. Yeah. So this is the lens from, I think, the RX100V. And if I'm not mistaken, if you know better than I do, of course, comment below. But that particular lens is really nice because it's capable of such a fast aperture. A 1.8, but see, here's the thing about the 1.8, okay? Don't believe that since this is called a 1.8 to 2.8 that you have anything like what you would normally have on a lens with a variable aperture, because this particular lens is only 1.8 from 24 millimeters to 26 or 27 millimeters, which is almost impossible to even access because the switch is so sensitive that when you begin to zoom from fully wide, it may pass by 26 and 27 and even 28. You know, you might hit 29 just from one little. It's very sensitive.
It's a sensitive controller.
Little slider.
So you got to watch out for your f-stop when you're zooming, is what you're saying.
Well, the thing is that it rises quickly. As soon as you're past about 30 millimeters, you're already into 2.0 or 2.8. The 2.0 only lasts like a very small amount, and then it's up to 2.8. Right. So really the 1.8 is basically for wide open shooting.
So you're still getting darker as you're zooming in, but it's like so it's still fucking bright.
2.8 is still pretty wide, pretty
You're
pretty
happy
fast.
with 2.8 if you're zoomed in like super far.
I'll put it this way, okay? The 24 to 70 L lens is a 2.8.
Yeah.
Okay, so the fact that this thing can do 1.8 at 24 kind of makes it outperform an L lens in a way.
Yeah, that's dope for sure.
Okay, so that alone is an excellent selling point for this camera. But
so this camera is perfect for somebody that is just like ready to have an easy workflow, right? Just like put it up, bam, zip it down, bam, come on.
all of that
let's go
stuff.
record.
Yeah, you could make rhyming words again in rhythm like we try to do often on this channel.
Yeah, sure.
And you can hear that, in fact, this thing has all those rhymes built into it.
Okay.
And another thing, too, I think it's important is the battery life on that thing is not bad.
Yeah,
Battery life, what do we got?
It's not great.
What do we got?
It looks like it's probably going to die on us and make us look dumb for saying that.
6-minute battery life. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the weak point with this camera is the battery life. You know, these tiny little batteries that this thing uses are, you know, they don't last very long.
Yeah.
So the good thing about it, though, is that it can be powered via USB while you're filming with it. So I should probably put it on USB.
Can you
power
use it
now.
like a webcam, like USB?
It is, yeah.
Oh,
Sony.
fuck.
So, yeah, this is the
Oh,
killer.
shit. Oh.
The killer features
Orgasm.
just keep on
Tech
coming.
orgasm.
Okay? But my eye autofocus might be the killerest of the features for this thing because if this is a vlogging camera, now the intended use case of a vlogging camera may not exactly be what you use it for. In my case, I think it makes a pretty good face camera. The battery is about to die though. I'm gonna go get the USB cable. I'll be back.
The face camera for, you know, golden shot, happy ending, you know. You need good autofocus, okay? When that sperm hits the face. We're getting a little too crazy here, people. But we gotta go far. Mature audiences only.
Indeed.
All right? Not
18
for
plus.
this is not for children. Okay? If your children are watching this, they're probably learning a whole lot. Okay?
They just did. They
Yeah.
just did. About
First
cameras.
of all, camera orgasm is real. Second of all, some of these cameras that are coming out, you could see porn in the darkest woods. Okay? Astrology porn.
Yeah, some of that.
Has anybody done astrology porn?
Who knows, man?
Who knows?
We should, though. I mean, that sounds like something worth doing.
Yeah.
She died.
She died and called us a loser.
Oh, no doubt. That was the end of that. We are resurrecting it, though, with a power cord.
Yeah, CPR people. We've got a screen down. I'm gonna change to the triple mode.
Dan's a level 4 wizard that can cast res.
It's true. Level 5. Oh dang! All
I
right.
thought we had USB on this. Oh, it's covered up by a power. What is that big power thing?
Where are my people at? Is Shark Bruh is now following. All right, we got another follower. But the problem is that Shark Bruh, you gotta get us on Twitch or YouTube's now, cause the mixer is getting swallowed or eaten.
Let's see, what is this?
I think. I mean, we'll still be going. We'll still be going. You know, but you gotta find us elsewhere else. I'll give you the link in the description. Okay. I hope Mixer lets us do that. All right.
The LID.
What are we doing here? What do we got going on here? There's nobody in any of the frames.
Yep.
Actually, I'm watching Dan. Dan's got something going on.
Dan's working hard, man.
Yeah.
I'm grinding that shit
Why
out.
don't we do an exterior shot of the ZV-1 whilst it's charging?
Good. Yeah.
Sound good?
I'm going to have to switch the battery so that I can allow it to run. Actually.
We've actually got some serious shit going here, guys. All right, look.
That battery ran fast.
iPhone 11 Pro Max. Canon C100. Sony A7 III. And now, the newcomer, the ZV-1. These old timers, they have big battery, okay? Big battery. But we are replacing the battery right now. Right, Derek?
Indeed, indeed. You know, the nice thing about all of these other cameras is it's pretty uninterrupted. I mean, there hasn't been any delay in all of this. So that's the key thing too, right? Because you're still able to capture what's going on around all of this stuff.
Right.
So, you know, whenever you're actually capturing live film, that's it's quite beneficial. And then you can go back later and kind of put the things together that you want, you know, that come from each angle. So
it is true. The ZV-1, the one thing that people are waiting on, though, I bet, is what the price point is. We'll find out when Dan comes back. But
indeed.
You know. Okay, so...
Yeah, we're gonna go with the other Sony battery at least.
Yeah.
So tell us about those batteries. Why are they interchangeable? Are they the exact same battery?
Yeah.
I'm gonna mesmerize
there you
these
go.
people. Okay, you see this? You know what this is?
What is that?
It's a magic arm. Okay, check this out. It's flimsy, it does things, and then like, okay, you set it up where however you want it to do. You know, V, right? I want a V. Boom. Now it's stuck there like that, okay? So magic arms are great for mounting shit on cameras. If that's what you want to do.
Right, that's awesome.
If you want to mount your dong on a camera.
They said we were going extreme this time.
This is formation, okay? Just think.
That's it, man. Just lock
think.
and load.
The donkey goes here. The donkey goes here, okay?
Yeah, and so, you know, with that thing, you can do all sorts of shit with a camera at an angle.
Right. I mean, it's the perfect little weapon and dildo all at the same time.
And it mounts to all sorts of different shit, so.
Right. It's important, okay? If you have cameras, you may as well film yourself having beautiful tropska, okay? On this channel, we call it tropska, okay?
It's a good term. It's a good term.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready yet, Daniel?
Ready? It looks like it's doing something there. There's the ZV-1. That's how tiny it is, yo. It's
Yeah, you need to show them lit up.
just as small as the freaking phone, man.
Yeah, so look at that.
And a flippy screen.
Yeah.
Sony did the flippy screen.
This is what's draining the battery so much right here.
Oh shit, the flippy screen.
Oh shit. So yeah, you know, the flippy screen has its ups and downs. Let's get her focused back on my eyeball, which is the beautiful
eyeball
one-touch
focus.
process.
At this point, she's like a robot. She like can see your face and then identify you in a crowd.
Yeah, now she know me.
Yeah.
Now she know me. Okay.
It's good to be friends with your technology. Okay.
Indeed.
Because
Absolutely.
soon AI is going to be around. These bots in these video games are going to be real. Okay, and you got to be nice to them. Okay, you can't treat them like bots.
It's going to be the most artificial intelligence there is.
Yeah.
But
Wow,
it'll
look
feel.
at that. We're set back up, and it's tracking my eyeball again.
Yeah.
Eyeball
All I have
track.
to do is plug it in right here on the strip, which I'm sure won't be possible at this point.
Okay, all he cares about is eyeball tracking. Let's see.
Okay.
I like to track
Here's
eyeball.
USB power. And we should
Look
have
at
power
that. We
active.
are back. And we are back.
Okay, so now indefinitely we have connection, and so that's another little live lesson we have for all of you, whereby we make a mistake, usually me, and then we recover from that mistake and show you exactly how to recover it for yourself.
And tell you about
Right.
it.
So now we're doing that and telling you about it like we're
ZV-1.
Slim
Okay.
Thug, the boss.
Battery life.
All right.
The good thing about the ZV-1 is you can plug it in USB. Right?
Yeah.
What do you got plugged into it right now?
USB micro with a power adapter from a cell phone.
All right, cell phone power adapter. If you bring those bricks around with you, like you can have any of these cameras running for a really fucking long time, right?
You
guys?
have us already back into quad mode too, man. You're like the ultimate director actor at the same time. Who's Brad Pitt? Yeah, I don't know. You have no Philly Scorcho. That's what I know. All right.
This is
That's
Running 4 cameras.
look at the rainbow before me
rainbow.
and the 4 camera view.
Oh,
of
so that
said rainbow.
segues into our next segment.
that
Oh, is there another
segues
segment?
into another.
Is it called
wait,
Sengled?
wait. We didn't. But we didn't answer the question that everybody wants to know. How
What?
much was the ZV-1?
Oh yes.
It's 10,000 rupees
Oh shit.
and your firstborn child.
Filipino pesos.
Filipino pesos, 100,000 Filipino pesos.
Yeah. Okay.
Or $10 US. No, it's actually $7.99 now for the camera, and this camera actually, in my case, I got with the accessory that you probably saw in the shop before. That's a remote and a tripod at the same time. So, at the time, that accessory I think was $100, and now it's $150. So, for $900 total, you can have the setup that you're seeing me on right now.
Let's face it. Everybody is, like wanting to stream now because there's nothing fucking else to do, right?
Yeah.
So let's just buy the camera that's like the one camera that you buy. Okay, you guys, what is the one camera that you would buy if you were starting to stream right now? Go, Dan.
ZV-1.
And what I will say about that is, with streaming, more people now watch streamers through various platforms than they do television. So if you're trying to reach a wide market, then streaming is your platform for all.
Yeah, streaming's where it's at, y'all. This is
Triple
where it is.
streaming. Triple streaming on a quad cam.
That's
All right.
right.
Triple stream.
Yeah.
Multi-stream, multi-cam.
Okay.
All right.
All right. One day
how
we'll
that
get the
is.
H7 Mini in here, and it'll be like fucking insane. We'll be like too many
Yeah.
cameras.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I hit a gain threshold
We'll have a drone,
now.
like flying in
Oh,
here,
booming.
hovering around.
Say what? Boomy?
Yeah. I got it under control.
Okay, cool.
I'm a sound guy, y'all. Don't worry. It's all under control. Except for you probably didn't hear me through most of what I said earlier about the camera. But hey, you know what? The camera made up for it because look how it's tracking my eyeball.
Yeah.
Can you see that? You can't see it because you're getting a clean HDMI out. But if you were looking at this monitor that I was looking at, you would be giddy like the schoolgirl, as they say.
Okay, so one of the cool things
Stuff flying in.
about Sling Studio is that you can put clips or pictures in it, and so like we can put our logo in it and then just add it right to the project. And so here it
Look
goes
at all
right
four
here.
cameras,
Watch
man. It's
this.
wild.
Watch this, dude.
It adds in while we're streaming.
I should be able to add it to the preview.
Maybe.
Let's
I don't know if it's possible to do while we're on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did it.
Oh.
Boom. Okay, check this out though. Boom. You can just resize it right there, and then boom, you dial in the right amount of opacity, which should be right around here.
The right.
So you can see through it, but see.
It's a logo on the screen overlaid, but yet it's not blocking what's behind it on the screen.
Okay, so now it's on there, and what I need to do is pin it to that. So now, once you do that, the logo's on there for all time. Once you go to program, it's dope. So
Dope and ice.
Dope and ice.
okay,
It's
cool.
from the 80s during the Say No to Drugs era.
Campaigns, yes.
Okay, so ZV-1, get that shit. 900. What? 900.
It's 900 with the tripod,
Oh.
but you know what? This thing works great. The thing about this is, okay, the 24 mil wide angle is the widest angle it's got, right? So there is that limitation, I will admit. However, this is a limitation that can be overcome with physical movement. One of the first ways that people change the shot in a frame of a camera was by stepping back or stepping forward.
Or moving their hands forward
or
and pulling back.
whoa, look, now my head's big. Oh, now my head's small.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Now
what you
this.
do with this camera to overcome the 24 millimeter, well, you add an extender handle onto it.
Yep.
There's a carbon fiber extension. I think it's made by Feiyutech, maybe, a maker of fine gimbals and other electronics out of good old China.
Yeah.
They make a carbon fiber 15 or 16 inch extension handle. I'll go get it for you and show you what I've got on this rig whenever it's not up under in the hole here where she fits, which, like I said, was one of my favorite features about it.
Yep.
All right, so I'm like Pee Wee Herman in this episode. I'm running around everywhere. I'll be right back.
Okay. So basically, you hide camera in part of your room. Then you go on Tinder, and then you
you just leave it running.
You forget camera was there.
And then you're like Sniper Wolf, and they find you later, and you're twiddling your business.
Oh shit!
We've seen you twiddle your business. So this here is the carbon fiber device I was speaking of, which is effortlessly light and light as a feather. How do you keep it so light as an air?
Yeah.
Well, it's because it's made of carbon fiber, which is extremely light material. If I pass the baton, you'll notice on your quad screen display that now.
And you can also put your dildo in there.
That would make
a of extensions.
Yeah, it's not bad. Here, pass it. Let's see.
It's like a baton. We're in a race. Yeah.
Fayutech.
Yeah, Fayutech. There.
Okay.
They're out there making some good gimbals. We should talk, since we talk so much about gimbals on this thing, we should talk a little bit about gimbals. Like we said last time, we were going to do the Zhiyun Weeble Lab. Well, since then, we've gotten a Zhiyun Weeble S, and so we're going to compare at some point the Weeble Lab and the Weeble S, or compare and contrast and discuss the advantages and benefits to those things. But because this ZV-1 came out in between the time that we ran last and now, this had to be done immediately. Must be done.
Immediately.
And so, in the coming episodes, what you'll see is some more gimbal information, specifically some more Zhiyun stuff, right? The Weeble Lab and the Weeble S are both Zhiyun products. And Zhiyun is one of the godfathers of gimbal making. They did the Smooth Q and the Smooth 3 and 4 before that, and Smooth 2, and probably the Smooth before the Smooth 2.
The smoothest.
There's a lot of smooth in there.
So if you have that much smoothness, that's that's yacht rock smooth right there.
Turn the smoothness up, right, guys?
Yeah. It's like
velvet.
The raw power of smooth music. So Zhiyun has some of the smoothest music around, as you probably all know if you're crane enthusiasts.
Indeed.
But there are some up-and-coming companies like Moza and Fayutech and Hohem, as we showed you before with the Hohem iSteady X that we're running as our camera phone gimbal. This week on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. But on any given week, we'll be running that camera on a gimbal so that we can show you something, like we were Fire Marshal Bill. And let me show you. All right, so just about every week we're going to show you something until
we're gonna show you something. Okay.
It might be something a bit, how they say, like crazy. Okay, like wild and crazy guys.
Just wild and crazy guys.
But sometimes it'll be a little less wild and crazy and more cool and rad.
Yeah,
wild.
And this is what we want here, okay, guys? Is to show you that we can put dildos on magic arms
at 90-degree angles
and plug technology with orgasm.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be defunded for this. I think this probably will be fine.
I think it's going to be doubled in funding.
The more we mention lewd sexuality,
we have to keep it mature, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, COPPA's gonna get us, okay?
Right.
Well, that's what the angles
the
are
COPPA
for.
Act.
We don't want the COPPA, okay?
Only the Trashka, okay?
The Trashka. Angular.
Okay.
See the angle?
This?
See the... Observe the angle.
Very much angular.
90. 90.
How much more angle can you get
How
than
much
90?
more angle?
Okay?
I mean, you can't get better than Axler. Okay, Axler? It has an X. I mean, angular. Okay, anyway.
Infinity times.
Fayu have so many angles. Okay.
So are we going to talk about these light bulbs?
Yeah.
Bulbs.
We have a camera guy with a gimbal over there.
Shit.
And what he doesn't have
I don't know. Shit.
is a wireless lav mic this time because we're that unprepared. So I'll be your announcer this evening.
We can try to add it in, unless you want to announce for me.
Yeah, I mean, I have this microphone here. I'm like that guy from Price is Right with a mic in his face, like I'll
Come on down.
And what do we have here, Bob?
Yeah, brand new car.
A new
what we'll
car.
I'm just gonna switch straight up to mine, to my Gimbulus
Maximus.
Nimbus, and Dan's gonna take over, you guys. Let's do it!
We're gonna show you things.
Oh my gosh, I'm so pumped. Okay. Okay.
All right, so
Sengled.
So how's Derek's face so many colors at one time? How do we do? What kind of magic are we doing
is he
here, Derek?
an
It's the
alien?
rainbow room.
It's the fucking
See,
rainbow.
we have rainbows right here.
It's
We have rainbows up here.
yeah, beautiful.
Okay, so live room control means I can change those lights that are changing colors now.
Okay, so what is the brand? Tell
It's
them.
Sengled, SENG-LED. Sengled, like, LED for the LED part, and then Seng, SENG for the first part.
And you can get them, the hub and 2 lights for $49, 2 lights for
What you can get is this hub with 4 regular light bulb shaped light bulbs for like $69. Each of these light bulbs are the BR30, the floodlight shaped light bulbs, and those I think are a little more.
Yes. But they all do neat shit. Because they can go 24
Yeah.
million colors.
Yeah, we can do this, which is a color.
Colors.
Look at this, okay? Instead of the rainbow that we had before, we've got a cycling of colors.
Okay.
So now all 6 lights, okay, at some point he goes back wide and you see that they're all the same color now, fluctuating into a color cycle, if you will, as the name implies. After the color cycle, you have other choices, such as the random color that we saw before, one called a rhythm that changes the colors of the lights more rhythmically, if you will. Then you have a couple of other festive ones. Christmas, of course, is red and green. And you have Halloween, which is orange with different fading patterns and stuff like that, right? Because of orange and Halloween, right? Everyone know about that? Okay. And then lastly, we have what we really needed about 3 or 4 days ago now here. The old red, white, and blue. God bless America. All right. But I think that for these rainbow LEDs that we've selected along the outside borders this week, my personal favorite is the random color mode, which is what we had it on before. And in that mode, each light shows its own.
They're each
Okay.
different.
So this is going to ruin the camera's exposure and everything, but we're on a cell phone, so those things are automatically accounted for to some degree.
Yeah.
So this is another brilliant aspect of the Sling Studio style smart situation that we have going on in here for streaming. And in addition to the smart situation for streaming, we have smart lights that do colors, or they do regular white light or warm light or cool light. If you're one of those really co-tonies, you know what I'm saying? If you was a co-tony, you might do some really cool lights. Or you might go to just blue, you know, blue as can be, right? Or you could go to a purpulation or a pink, you know, to a green
And then you got the strip.
or a yellow or a red, orangey red.
So,
Right.
let's say you're an artist and you're recording in here and you're like, I want to write a sad song.
That'd be just
Yeah, so then you would be in
Oh,
Sadsville.
perfect. Picasso
You
blue.
want Barney sad or Picasso sad?
Yeah, do you want purple? I mean, deep
This is-
purple.
This is very Picasso blue period, okay?
Yeah.
But then if you go to a little bit more of a hue, all of a sudden you have like a nightclub kind of a
You got that vibe.
weird vibe going on, right?
That vibe.
But then if you do the random colors, you know, you're every color of the rainbow. And that's what we have here in Infinity Times Infinity Studios. We are as inclusive as possible in maximum inclusivity. All colors of the rainbow, all walks of life, all nationalities, all individuals of any kind.
Always you like the Tropska.
Always, if you are the Tropska, then we are for you, okay?
Oh my gosh.
So if that wasn't the best
Okay.
multicolored LED presentation you've ever had, then just go ahead and unsubscribe right now, you know?
Ever.
Because that's as good as it's going to get for
Look at all
multicolored
those
LED
colors,
demonstraci.
man. It's every color ever made.
It's the rainbow.
And we're back.
Maximized.
I think that we should join a club. We should make a club
Okay.
that's called the Rainbow. There's already the Rainbow Coalition, right? So we have to be like the Rainbow.
There's the Rainbow Push Coalition.
What
I
is
don't know if
that?
there's
What
just
what do
one.
they do? Are they about inclusivity?
I think so.
Really?
I think so.
Okay. Well, we may have to be an offshoot of them. That's also about.
Nah, man. Now we're doing our own thing, right? Rainbow.
This is maximum.
The Rainbow Collective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're the Rainbow Collective. And
Okay.
what that means is that every single human being on Earth is welcome.
Okay.
All of
Ever.
you.
Everybody.
Okay.
It's,
All
it's
walks
that
of life.
simple.
No matter how you like it in bed. I mean.
Yeah.
Or in
Like,
the street.
wait, what? Yeah. Also the fucking, okay?
Okay. Also, you know, it's exciting to do the, you know.
Yeah.
They're like,
Okay.
Yeah.
For them, it's different, okay?
I'm like a little bit bigger guy, okay? It's a more violent act.
Or like a donkey punch, okay?
That's the maximally violent.
To the shoulder, right? Past the elbow.
To the shoulder.
When you get past
Okay,
the elbow.
what is the price of these LEDs? Like, how much can you get them for? Like, what is the deal with this?
Well, they're available on Amazon through some third party, I think, that's not Amazon itself. And they're available also at Best Buy. They're not part of this video in terms of sponsorship. So, Sengled, if you're out there and if you're watching,
Hook it up.
Yeah, just send us money.
Hook it up.
I'm just saying, you know,
Or just
We are
send us
those
some free
guys.
shit. Well, we will document it for you, okay?
yeah. So, anyway, these lights are, you know, just another part of what has become a quest in Infinity Times Infinity Studios to provide a special ambience that feels
The best.
fun to create in.
The best.
And
Yeah.
that's the main thing about a recording studio, in the opinion of said recording studio guy. So that's the goal here. And you know, as we've showed you week to week, everything we do has that in mind in terms of making it a better place to be, for maximizing that creative potential and making your musical dreams come true.
Every single dream that you have musically.
This is what's great about us.
In a
is
list.
We are covering all angles, okay?
Every angle
All angles, okay?
has
You see
been
this?
covered.
Has been covered,
Angle.
okay? Carbon fiber, okay?
It's
We
the
got
sharp
aluminum.
angle.
We've got
30, 45, 90.
magic.
70,
Magic arm.
73.6.
Yeah. So I mean, we're gonna do this.
Sorry, we're
every
math
single
guys. That's
freaking
weird.
Saturday, all right. Let's go for as many Saturdays as possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can't do. You know,
Yeah.
like there's
If there's national holiday
Holiday.
and we're in some kind of
Something's gonna be
situation,
blowing
maybe
up out there.
somebody needs some Tropska done to them.
maybe we accidentally post a slow-mo video that is not slow-mo or something like that.
Or
Okay.
even
Yeah.
cat photos.
Yeah. So coming up, we have a lot of shit to do. So like we have the A6600, right?
Yeah, you see, what's happening now is Canon has released their R5 and R6 mirrorless cameras, so Sony's going to have to counterpunch soon. And what that's going to mean is that there's going to be a couple new Sony cameras out, one of which is the successor to the video-centric mirrorless camera of Sony's lineup, the A7S II in its current iteration. And we aren't sure, there's speculative information regarding the naming of the new camera.
So
I believe Philip Bloom it was. Shout out to you, Philip Bloom, if it was you that said that it's going to skip a generation in naming and be the A7S4 without an A7S3 ever having existed.
It should.
I think that would be cool because they're in their fourth generation of the A7R.
Yeah.
And, you know,
how futuristic is that?
they probably have been developing it in a cybernetic laboratory underground in
man,
outer
science.
space. Okay. So now we're going to have a little bit of a situation Whenever the A6600 is the B cam and the 7 III is the A cam, and then that A7S III comes out. It might be a little bit of a juggling happening here in the old IXI studios, because as magical as what we're about to show you with this A6600 is, it may be even more magic on the horizon with the A7S III.
It'd be the most magic.
But regardless, or irregardless, as my homeboys would say. Look, man, irregardless, man.
Regardless.
Regardless or irregardless. Look, these Sony cameras are absolutely amazing, especially in the fact that they have the eye autofocus that is so on point. I mean, even this little camera that we talked about this week has this eye autofocus stuff going on. But in the APS-C form factors and the full frame mirrorless cameras, you have the same amazing eye autofocus that's happening in this thing, which is really, I think it's going to be unparalleled when it comes out in the A7S III. And that's what they're saying, of course, about the Canon offerings, the R5 and the R6. But that's how they always do, right? Canon's got that dual pixel AF. They've got a new iteration of that they're calling Dual Pixel 2. So Sony's going to have an answer to that in terms of the way their eye autofocus is even more improved, right? And I have a feeling that you're going to see the kind of color science in these Sony cameras. If this camera that we looked at this week is any indication, I think Sony cameras color science is at least on par with Canon at this point, to be quite frank. So I'm excited for the future on that, but that was a little bit of an extra amount of information spewed out from me, because there's still a bunch of other information that also needs to be described in terms of what else we're going to show. Because we already talked about like the Zhiyun, the Weeble Lab, and the Weeble S we're going to do, right?
Yeah, we're going to do
We've got a monopod, a Sarui monopod to show you, as well as a video tripod for the A7 III over there. It's a Kingjoy. So, you know, it brings the Kingjoy to have it in the castle here.
Brings the Kingjoy.
And we'll show you that as well, I imagine, at some point. It may be during weekly streams that I go and do, if we're not doing the live stream more than once a week on the quad cam like this. But at some point, we're going to get to the velocity that allows for us to show you all the stuff that we've got going on here. And,
yeah.
You know, we'll have a plethora of content for you to enjoy as a result.
A plethora means a lot to me.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a lot of
Would you say we have a plethora?
Plethora.
Oh yes, so heavy. Yes. What is a plethora?
Plethora.
I don't know, El Jefe. All right, sorry. That was quite another aside. I really got it going today. My bad.
So we do have a lot of tech videos and stuff that we are going to live stream, but we also want to do some music, you know, like some live music. So pretty soon we're going to have like our own live music and whatnot. I think like I'm me playing the drums, Dan playing.
You could call everybody.
You know, yeah, just. You know, like, since we three all play instruments, you know, we need to bring a band in here.
Yeah.
You know?
We might even just do some wild and crazy shit.
Shenanigans, yo.
Shenanigans.
PewDiePie clapping style shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, flogging Murphy, you know, like
the... Miley.
Yeah, flogging a dolphin, a baby seal.
Flogging the dolphin, yes, of course. Next stream, okay? You guys come.
There will be many flogging.
Okay? All you Mixer people, we love you. Come to Twitch and YouTube for us.
Y'all should come over here and we'll start a new Mixer Twitch.
Yeah, I don't know if we mentioned, we briefly mentioned the Mixer situation, did we not? But Mixer has been kind of shut down by a Facebook Live, I think, and they're all redirecting their traffic to Facebook Live. So eventually we'll have that set up as our third stream. We crossed the streams, all right? 3 of them.
It's the best.
The My Face.
We speak to your My Face, okay? Someday we speak to your My Face as well.
I'm the book face.
Do you guys remember MySpace? Like,
whatever. They're still around.
I
have seen them recently.
Really? They resurfaced?
They only do music.
Only music now.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Wow, I have a MySpace. Maybe I'll start putting music on it.
Maybe your shit. Maybe people have been following your shit.
Yeah.
Your MySpace.
If it blew up like 10 years later.
2005.
Yeah, my profile picture is a chimpanzee in the thinker pose, so that alone should be enough for it to blow up.
So you MySpacers out there, I know it's coming back around.
They're still around.
Watch out, Facebook.
Just like America Online.
My face in your book, okay?
My face in your book. All right, guys. Thanks for watching the stream. Please subscribe. Do all
Have
the
a
shit.
great
Click buttons.
Infinity
Infinity Studios. Go to the .com. I'll see you there. Later.
Latest.
Okay.
The latest.
Stop.